Hey, I'm Kathy. I'm a team member here at Tractor Supply. I love watching the birds in my backyard, and I found that one of the best times to observe these feathered friends is during the winter, especially if you know how and what to feed them. So to help you get the most out of watching and feeding the birds in the winter, I'm going to share a few things that I find helpful, like why winter is great for bird watching, why we put out seeds, the different types of feeders and why you should keep them clean, and lastly, the different types of feed that you have to choose from. So why is winter such a great time to see birds? For one, there isn't much foliage to get in the way. It's definitely easier to spot a bright red cardinal in the trees when there are no leaves. There's also a good chance to see more birds at one time. Lots of different kinds of birds stick around in the winter and tend to flock together to forage. So let's talk about why putting out seed is such a good idea. First thing, it ensures you'll see lots of birds. And the other thing is it's good for the birds. During this time of year, they're constantly looking for food to keep their energy up, and that's where bird feeders come in. Here are a few of my favorites. I personally like tube, hopper, and suet feeders. Because the average bird eats up to half their weight in the seeds every day, these particular feeders are designed to hold a lot of food. They also hang off the ground so other animals can't get to them and make a big mess. Tube feeders are long and narrow and come in different sizes and designs. Bird feeders that look like houses are called hopper feeders or house bird feeders. Some hopper feeders have multiple compartments so you can serve different kinds of seeds at once, making these great for attracting different species. Suet feeders are the perfect size to hold blocks of suet called suet cakes. I really like this combo suet feeder and seed feeder. It's the best of both worlds. Once you have your feeders, you want to make sure your feeders are kept clean so the birds don't get sick. Be sure to clean the feeders with hot water and a brush weekly. Okay, let's talk about choosing the feed that will fill them. The more variety, the greater of number of species you're going to attract. In the winter, seeds high in fat and oil like sunflower, safflower, and millet work great. We have mixes that include the seeds that birds will love. In addition to seeds, fruit and nut mixes, suet cakes, mealworms, and Niger seeds are all great for birds. I find that my backyard birds love suet cakes. And don't forget the water. It's just as important as putting out seed. A heating device can be handy in a bird bath so the water doesn't freeze. Just to recap, I've gone over why winter is great for bird watching, why we put out seeds, the different types of feeders, why you should keep them clean, and the different types of feed and seed to put out. I hope you find winter bird feeding and watching as enjoyable as I do. If you have any questions, stop by your local Tractor Supply and ask a team member for help.